Hey, so glad you came. So glad you're here. Um, Sorry that my voice is going in and out. It's just gonna be one of those silent body doublings. So glad you came and feel comfortable just hanging out. Do what you need to do. I came back from vacation and had finals. Man, I think my body is just been shut down. Of course, it was before the holidays, official holidays at least. So um, now I actually have time, not the energy, but I have the time to clean. And so you're gonna hang out with me. But first, I need a little snack. And something that I've always wanted to do, because Lindt, these ones, they have they used to have peanut butter flavor, not just the little balls. I don't know if they have the squares. I think Ghirardelli. I don't know, but they used to have the peanut butter ones, and then they discontinued them, and I hate them essentially now. This one's the dark chocolate. It looks like a bubble. It must have melted at some point, but now it looks like a bubble. Well, that's fun. Let me constantly craving the peanut butter ones because they're not too sweet, the peanut butter ones, but they're really creamy. Okay, so let's see. Don't get don't get on me for using Skippy. Live somewhere where there's like decent peanut butter, where it's like low sugar, or even like I wish I would make my own, but I'm too afraid. I feel like it'd be too hard. I watch videos and it doesn't seem too hard, but boiling rice and hard boiling eggs is not that hard, and yet I got married. Can't do that anymore. Alright, bottoms up. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. Plus, this is a dark, like the 70% one. And I put it in my pocket so it'd like warm up a little bit. And so it's like extra creamy. So it just melts in your mouth. Definitely having the peanut butter helps. Or else the dark chocolate would be way. Oh, I like the normal dark chocolate one. Well, 70% would be way too much. I need some water though. When you need something sweet or like smooth, rich, rico, do you usually do water or milk? I grew up with both. My um my dad would be milk like all the way. He would dunk his graham crackers in milk and just eat them like that. He was just a milk person. Mom was a water person, um, but she also liked her sweets for sure. So I think it was she wasn't really into like soda and stuff. So she is now, and she likes like hot chocolate and stuff. But as far as like finishing something off, like like that. But I'm more of a water person. I gotta drink my water, mostly because I forget all the time. Speaking of, when was the last time you had water? You want me to get you some? Okay, let me grab you some after I put this away, or else I'm not gonna remember to put this away. Grab some water. Okay, which one do you want? This cute one from the Dollar Tree from like forever ago, and I don't want to ever, like, if it breaks, I'm gonna be sad. Or this Buddy the Elf one. It says, Santa's coming. Okay, which one? Yeah, that was a good call. We've had to use filtered water. Go. We had to use filtered water because there's no filter here, and it's all hard water. So gross. It's so gross, and it's so bad for like our plumbing and stuff. And we have humidifiers. They're horrible for our humidifiers too. We have the drops. We have like the cleaning fish that go inside. So bad. So bad. Oh, I got you water. I didn't give me water. Check this out. It's so cute. Look at his little spout. Literally, like, I'm a part of Office Ladies fan on Facebook, and it's from the podcast Office Ladies. They went through the whole Office series and talked about it, and they brought everybody back at one point, but um, Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey were besties in real life, and they watched the series together and just went through it. But every year, like 3 years ago, a group started a Secret Santa, and this was mine this year. Somebody got me this. So, cheers to whoever got me this. Thank you. I literally brought it to work with me. I was like showing it off. Like, a kid who just like lost a tooth, right? Just so excited to show everybody, but not everybody wants to see it. So, whoops. But that's alright. Alright. I got this. You got yours. Let me know if you need more. Do what you gotta do. I don't know if you have studying. If you have. One of my friends calls it chorin. House chores, chorin. So dumb. But we've been trying to call it house contributions around here versus like chores. That sounds a little more daunting. But whatever, I've got stuff to do around the house, especially now that I have time. So, um, so do you want me to turn something on? You got yours. Awesome. Great. Take some medicine. I don't even know where to start. And the ADHD paralysis, there's so much around me that I want to start, but I don't know where to start. To start somewhere, but which just haven't worked. Like, I am gonna start somewhere, but it may not be that well sufficient, so don't judge me. If you well, you're not here for some reason. Um, if you need something else to listen to, I have been doing Basement Yard podcast. I usually watch them sometimes because I can't hear the difference between the two voices. The Office Ladies, good, and they're continuing to go, and they're calling it. I think it's Home Detectives. Or it's. I think it's. I don't think they ended up second drink, I don't remember, but it's something like that. But they're still the Office Ladies. True Crime and Cocktails. If you're into true crime, but the before is like just banter, like they're cousins, and it's one of the hostess is Lauren Ash from Superstore, Dead Yet, and she's like a rock star now. Like her cousin, they've been besties forever, and she lives in West Canada. Her name is Christy Oxborough. Oh my gosh, and I want to be in their inner circle so bad. They're so funny and so honest, and like they, the fact that they are interested in true crime and are very like loving to their fans and stuff like that is just, it's just awesome. They're awesome. Any podcast I listen to, I'm like religious about it. Smartless is Jason Bateman, Will Arnett, and Sean Hayes. Yeah, Sean, I'm sorry you went last. Um, let's see, what else do I listen to? John Deloney, that one can get kind of intense because he's a therapist who has like a call-in show. He's basically Frasier, but Southern. So, but I love him. He speaks the truth and is very like upfront but empathetic and stuff. And I love him too. Um, I have a couple nursing podcasts on there, but I'm not. I used to listen to um, I don't remember what it's called. The official show is called now, but we're the Lawrence brothers. So like Matthew Lawrence from Boy Meets World and um, Joey Lawrence from uh, Melissa and Joey. They're all in like so many things. And their brother, I mean, they're all brothers, but oh my gosh, I think he's hilarious. Why can I not remember his name? Joey, Matthew. I am so sorry. I think he's hilarious. I follow him on Instagram. And him and I vibe with him so much because, like, we're both the youngest, and the older siblings, like, don't let you get a word in edgewise, but when you do get a word in, they, like, make fun of you, or they're like, oh, you're so sensitive. Joey, he's great at guitar. Great facial hair. Great hair. Like, they've been in a couple movies together. He's the star in Going to the Mat. I know exactly who he is, but I cannot remember his name. I'm so sorry. I love you so much. Let's see. But yeah, I don't listen to that podcast really anymore. That was another visual one because I couldn't hear the differences. But I did kind of stop because it didn't seem to have like a lot of structure. And like their social media posts are super weird as far as like, do they have a social media director? Because it's like a lot of stuff, but like so random. But I like those guys. And then there's a couple of podcasts that I'm sad that they're not a thing anymore. Like the Melissa Joan Hart one. Oh, I watched Magical Rewind in Pod Meets World. Duh. I went to their first Pod Meets World. I went to their first show down in like the San Diego area, and I could not like handle when Will Friedle was on stage. I was so happy. My cheeks hurt. Like I love all three of them. So it's Danielle Fishel, Will Will Friedle, and Ryder Strong, and they're doing the same thing that the Office Ladies are doing, where they're just going through their own show together and just doing behind the scenes stuff and just going through it and everything. And I love them all, and they're all hilarious, and they just had such a great show. But even when I watched Boy Meets World as a kid, it was all about Will Friedle. And then my sister was into Kim Possible, and I liked it okay, but I was rebelling against her, so I didn't watch it until I was older and out of the house. It was kind of weird that I was watching Kim Possible, but it actually isn't that weird. Kim Possible is a great show. But I was just like, oh my gosh, Will is so funny. And then figuring out that he's like Batman and he's a lot of voiceover, and he like just getting to know him more because he's in Magical Rewind too with Sabrina Bryant, and she was in Cheetah Girls, and I just like I am so sad. I totally understand why he's not on like Cameo and why he's not on social media and all that, but I just like literally I want to work voiceover, like because I've wanted to do acting or voiceover stuff or like music, like soundtracks versus like a like rock band stuff. Um, but I would love to do that, and part of my push of being in voiceover is to work with Will. Full stop. I like need to work with Will. He had like a mentor, like Batman mentor who he loved and who was passed. His name was Kevin, and I think he feels as strongly about him as I do about Will. I think he's so funny. His time, like he talks about his childhood a lot, about like how he wasn't like liked or invited or whatever, and like Will and Danielle are just like, or Ryder and Danielle are just like, this is so ridiculous, and like I was that kid, you know. I mean, I didn't grow up on horse and buggy. Just kidding, Will. But um, I like relate to him in a lot of ways, and then aspire to be like him in a lot of ways. And I love that he is a great uncle to Danielle and Ryder's kids. Um, I just admire him so much, and I don't imagine like that he has like a persona, you know, like there's a lot of celebrities and even just normal people where they put on a front, and I feel like I'm listening to him enough, and like just watching him. That sounds creepy. Like watching him in his shows and stuff. I'm just like, that's Will. Like he's so great. And yeah, so I hope we can do that. I don't know why that wasn't the first one. I literally wait for their episodes to come out. I can't think of any other ones right now, but not because I don't love them, but because my brain is broken. My brain is broken. And I've been like zoning out. I finished my last final last night. I've been zoning out on like I watched Christmas with the Cranks, Angela's Christmas on Netflix, Trash Truck Christmas, cute, but not my thing. But it is cute. It's like one of those like lower stimulation ones. But then I've also been listening to my podcasts so much that they're all dried up. So I'm going back. Right now I'm just going back on oh my gosh. The two that I'm going back on right now, because I went back on kind of all the other ones recently enough, is The Basement Yard and How Did This Get Made? How did I forget that? How Did This Get Made is just tall Paul Scheer and Jason Mantzoukas and Paul's wife, who is her own actress. You know, she's a great individual. Judean Refill. And they just go through like horrible movies and they do, you know, they get behind the scenes info and they say how much it was, how much they made it for, how much they ended up making in the theaters, whether it was a flop or a hit. They go through 5-star reviews, 1-star reviews, all this, and like it is utter chaos. They've been doing this for, I think, they're in the teens, so like 14, 15 years. And the chaos that reigns is so incredible. So when I need chaotic good in my life, I listen to Basement Yard and How Did This Get Made? So funny. And I need to go to one of their shows before, like I feel like Jason and June call it. And I love them so much. But yeah, so when you're not here, you can listen to some of those podcasts. I haven't been into any books lately just because that takes a different kind of mental energy to think about and focus on. And I'm like, I gotta focus on my own studying and stuff. So, all right, I still enough. I love you. Let me know if you need anything. I know these are recyclable, but do you have to like cut them? Just says to recycle. I have to cut these, let me know. Are you excited for the holidays, or is it going to be hard for you? Yeah, I get that. Well, if something happens, you won't come here. So, in this house, just a warning, it has the sensor, like a sink faucet, every time it goes off. Because there's sensors, but I think there's like 2 or 3 sensors on it. Every time it goes off, over the line. Also, it's run not because of preference, but because of habit, which is hard for me to form anyway. That I walk up to like not random sinks, but like in a restaurant or I'm at somebody else's house, and I try to like just censor this faucet, and I look so dumb because I'm basically running my hands into the faucet, trying to get it to turn on. It's not. Trash. Let me know if you want me to stop talking. My brain was always on. Not like performance, like trained seal. It's always on. It's not working. But yeah, you just go. Shh. I get that. So that doesn't the same way. That's holidays. A lot's going on, a lot of stimulation, a lot of expectations. There are 0 expectations here. do you eat McRibs? Lots of McRibs eat it. I won't eat them, but so many people do. I'll totally support you going to get them. But I thought of a joke today. Not appropriate. But it's of the same people who don't admit to going to McDonald's are the same ones that probably visit porn sites. Because how is it that everybody hates McDonald's? But then they sell like 40 billion hamburgers or whatever a day. And yet porn sites get a lot of views too. And people say they don't watch or partake. I'm not porn. No. I'm actually part of the Fight the New Drug campaign. Just because I know people who have really suffered from porn addiction and also are on the other side of the camera. It does a lot of damage. Again, it's not an appropriate joke. So it's funny. It's funny. It's accurate. Sometimes it's accurate. Yeah, I think. Yeah, get that. Okay, what's something that you know that's inappropriate that you do anyway? Tell me now, or tell me in the comments if you know. You know what? Will you type that in the comments for me so I remember? I want to share it. That was good. Yo, I just scratched my head like this, and something fell on my hand. I was like, the heck is that? There's cake in my hair. I hope something flung up there. I did not eat cake today, but there was cake around today. Whoops. I've read that you don't have to put this in the fridge. No, refrigerator after opening. Which one is it? Ketchup? Wait, there's some rice in there. But how do you save avocados? Because ours always ripe super fast. Even if we leave them just in a bowl or separated, and then like they're hard as a rock, and then they're ripe at like 3 p.m. and we buy like 6 at a time. And then apparently we're changing up the menu that night. But even with the leftover stuff, like I know what brown's easy, and I've heard the lemon juice thing, and the pit thing, we just put the pit in there, and that doesn't work either. Do you have a trick? Yes. Okay. Sorry. I don't think you care, but just I felt something. Like I'm trying to figure out if I have a bruise on my shoulder. I don't have an pencil. How much later do you need to stay up? No wrong answers. Like I'm not looking for this particular answer. Just let me know. I'm always here for you.
of smell it. Although I can kind of smell it. I'm gonna have to dump it. It's gonna smell horrible.
It was right. It was right. Cover your nose. Yeah. I'll rinse it out later. All bad. All bad.
Is there anything on your mind? Good stuff. What's going on? Okay. Yeah. Who else is in your support system? Okay. You know what? Times like that are hard. For sure, it would be normal. It would be abnormal if this was in stride. Okay, so you want tougher fluff. I learned that from How I Met Your Father. Tougher fluff. All right, fair enough. You have people and resources that want to work it out with you, that want to hear from you. Their reactions may not be what you want them to be, but it doesn't mean they don't love you and that they don't care. Sometimes we get stuck in our own heads and having these conversations with other people when they're nowhere around. Not like with schizophrenia, but maybe. And sometimes just stopping those conversations in our head and actually having those conversations makes a big difference. So maybe start with that. Like if you want me to follow up again on this, totally can. If you need to call your partner, your family, your best friend, your boss, just about this, that's your therapist, not bad desk, girl. No matter how big or small you're making it, that's just how you feel. For now. The "it gets better with time" is kind of fake because you gotta put forth effort during that time. And effort may be huge one day and minuscule next. That's still effort. You deserve everything. So don't let this stop you. Again, you're always welcome here. Good, bad, unstable, uncomfortable. If we need to talk about something, if you just need me to be there for you sometimes. Again, you just want to work in silence. It's okay. Can I break the ice? Or the tension? Watch. I can do Jim Carrey eyebrows. I can be the Grinch. I do a better Grinch when I'm, when my voice actually works, but it's a new skill I learned, I think, last year. I love it. It's so weird, so funny. But I can't do it at parties too often. Typically, the audience has to be drunk. So, what's the weird thing that you do? That sometimes I call it the confused dog. You're just, What's something that you do that does that? Okay. Well, I definitely need to know more about that. I just looked at my faucet, head, where the actual water comes out. Looks like I know my next project. Oh, it's gross. I don't really even think about stuff like that. I mean, I like my fans, my ceiling fans. like, you know, I try and dust those and stuff like that, but I never really think about, like, the faucet. Ugh. Hard water is the worst. If you have hard water, just get the water softener. It is so much easier. To go pee. Yeah, I gotta go pee. So, I'm gonna go. But I'll see you later, right? Okay? Hey, thanks for coming. It really helped me, even if it seemed like it didn't do much, but it really helped.